Recently, I took an interest in a very, I wouldn't call it ancient because technically this novel was published during the Middle Ages. So it was published around 1570. In fact, that might even be past the Middle Ages. But this novel was published during China's Ming Dynasty. But the reason I consider it ancient is because it's about China's second official dynasty, the Shang Dynasty. And the Shang Dynasty ended in I believe 11th century BC, so very, very long ago. Yeah, I just checked to make sure, basically, 11th century BC. So the Shang Dynasty in Chinese history is a very long dynasty. Now, how did it actually end? I don't know. I might make a video on that in the future, but according to literature, a very famous book. It was all deity related. It was all heavens related. So what is this book? Some of you who are really into Chinese culture might have already heard about it or might have seen some adaptations, whether movie-wise or TV show-wise. This book is called Feng Shen Yan Yi. Feng Shen Yan Yi. I almost compare this book to like the Iliad. I would call this book like the Iliad of Chinese literature because it's all about how different deities, different demons, etc. interfere in human affairs and the results of the clash. Now, whether you read about this, you watch adaptations, you're gonna stumble on this, which is one of the root causes of why, according to this book, the dynasty falls is because the emperor, the king at the time, wrote a poem that really disrespected a deity. I will put the poem here. And do not worry about it if you don't understand all of it. Maybe one day I will explain the entire poem. To understand why this poem upset this deity, I will break down the most crucial phase, which of course is the last line. Now, before we break down this poem, this deity is one of the most important deities in ancient Chinese mythos. She was very crucial in the creation of humanity. Beyond just a king, level of respect, reverence you should show to her is beyond what this king even should deserve. The king in this story, Zhou Wang, he sees a statue of her in some sort of temple. The statue is very beautiful and he falls in love with how she looks. And that's his one weakness. From all accounts, he's a good administrator. He's a very powerful warrior, but he just can't keep it in his pants. So he writes a poem that he thinks is flattering towards her, but the last phrase gives it away. It shows that he thinks too highly of himself. He doesn't have reverence for the ancient gods. Let's translate this last line. In a gist, all the lines before are talking about how beautiful she is, but he makes a mistake here. The last little stanza. I'm going to read it for you guys. 取回长乐弑君王.
取回长乐弑君王.
So for those of you who are a little bit more advanced, we can break down this sentence briefly. 取, right? Take or receive. 回, return, right? So 取回, it's like you're taking something. Well, what is he taking? He wants to take her. He wants to take this deity. 长乐. 长乐. 长often means long or extended period. 乐 is like happiness or have fun, party. 弑 often means like serve, accompany, but it usually denotes lower status. And then 君王 usually means the sovereign or the person in charge. So let's put this together. 取回长乐弑君王. He's basically saying, I'm going to take this goddess and I'm going to put her in my court and make her my mistress or make her my wife or make her part of my harem. That's what he's saying. Now you know the most important part of this poem. I guarantee you, no matter what version, what adaptation you will get of this, it will feature this poem. So now you know the essential part that gets him in trouble. I hope this encourages you to learn Chinese. Again, Chinese isn't always an easy language, but sometimes you don't want to focus too much on just the details, right? Focus on the essential part. And what I just brought to you is an essential part from a very famous ancient Chinese novel or Middle Ages Chinese novel. And now that you've understood at least this crucial part of the poem, if you want to go back to the full poem or if you even want to attempt to read the original literature, do it. If you request me review more of it, let me know. Okay, guys, thank you so much. We will talk very soon. Keep practicing and I'll be back.